Hey, welcome to my channel. Um, I'm just gonna, for this video, I'm just gonna go in very quickly about this. In most, for my channel, in some of the videos, I try not to be political. I have been political in some cases, but those were extreme cases where I needed to be. Uh, I hate to do it today, but based on everything that's coming out, I have no choice but to say in this situation with Biden, basically, and the documents. If for those that haven't, don't know, or aren't aware, you know, um, Biden basically had classified documents in his place of residence as well too, in Delaware, uh, which came out recently as well too. Now the question is like, what should be done about it? Because some are saying is like, oh, it's not as bad as Trump. Basically, Trump taking 326, and the Archive Institute or whatever institution they're called were the ones that actually called up Trump basically to find out if he had the documents. Whereas in this case, they say that Biden's lawyers, once they were aware of the documents, notified the archives as well as the DOJ. Um, Even so, the case is basically Biden probably had it. The fact is, it was supposedly locked in his garage means he was aware of it. So it's a question of like, okay, it's in his place of residence. Staff or something might putting it there. They would have told him at that point. Plus, two, there might be references where, and if you look in his book or memoir of his last book or memoir, I can't remember what book it was, but if there are, I mean, it's I haven't read his book, but if there are references that were kind of off these classified documents a little bit, loosely based off of it, that means he did look at these documents and used it. So that means he was aware of this. Um, Now, people are saying, well, like, uh, it's just the left being now going against the right in this situation. Honestly, this is the case. I'm saying this is basically whatever happens to Trump should happen to Biden as well too. To be quite honest, um, simple as that. I mean, it's the same thing like how Trump on 2016 basically was running, basically called for Hillary Clinton to be locked up, basically shouting lock her up, and everyone else fell in line with that. Quite honestly, this is a case where after saying that, with after finding out about Trump taking the documents, I was going to lock him up, basically, and I think quite a few people are going that route as well too. But now, because of Biden, it's instead of going lock him up, lock M up or lock them up, lock them up, because both of them basically took classified documents. Um, Now, this is a case where uh, the bigger issue with Biden as well too. I mean, some might say, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal." Like Trump, it was a Mar-a-Lago, a public place. People can go in and out. Let's not forget this though. With Biden, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, his son, basically listed his father's residence as well as the garage as his place of residence, which means basically Hunter Biden was in the house, had access to these documents. And you might say, "What's that big deal?" Well, there's a lot of stuff that's surrounding Hunter Biden with his laptop and quite a few other things as well too. To be quite honest, so it's a question of like could Hunter Biden have seen these documents as well too? It's unknown. I can't say for sure. That's not up to me. That's not my call. That I can't fact check that. We'll find out as the special White House special counsel has been appointed. Maybe they'll find out more later down the lines. We'll find out. But quite honestly, I don't know what should be done outside of the fact that whatever they do to Trump, they have to do the exact same thing to Biden as well too. This comes down to the point of like, should Biden run for re-election? Honestly, I don't think he should. It's more of a case because not only because of this is going to come up, and it's you can't escape from it. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do for that. It's going to come up, and the fact with his son as well too. That those two things are going to come up at that point. It's going to be too hard for him to win. And then there's the aspect of his age. None of that's going to work. And I mean, especially the fact is like during the press conference today, or whatever's yeah, with the press conference with the press basically today, he made a remark which he might have been joking about, but he said like, "Oh, these documents which were in his garage. By the way, my Corvette is also in this locked garage, and no one has access to it." It was just ill timed. It was an ill timed comment. Not the right moment, not the right time to say that basically. Um, so again, I think in this situation, Biden should not run for he should not run for reelection. But the real question is this an impeachable offense? I mean, if Trump goes to prison for those documents, then the same thing must happen to Biden as well too. Because you can't play double standards. You can't play double standards in this situation. And that's where it is. If it doesn't happen, then the hypocrisy will be placed on the Democrats at that point where it comes time for the 24 elections. I mean, it's a case of like the hypocrisy will be placed on them as well at that point. I mean, it was one thing where, the Republicans, the GOP were hypocrites, massive hypocrites. But if this is the case and like the Democrats aren't going to do anything with Biden, massive hypocrisy on that point as well too, which is a case for both politics. Politics is hypocrites, bunch of hypocrites, quite honestly. But with that, uh, there's not much else I can say about that. I mean, let me know your thoughts about this. I can't answer questions about this because I don't really know too much information. I just basing a few stuff that I'm reading and seeing on the news and all that stuff. I just know just as much as you guys do. But let me know your thoughts and please subscribe. More subscribers the better. And I think if you've seen my earlier videos, as I get more subscribers, if I hit 1 million subscribers, I will do a dance. One of the popular trending dances at that at that moment in time when I hit 1 million, and I'll live stream it basically. 10 million, I'll do it a poll, based on poll, live streaming at the location of your choice. If it's like doing some kind of like weird dance, that's popular in the White House on the Oval Office, I will do it and stream it. I'll try to do it anyways. Anyway, with that, I'll leave it at that. Usually, as I ended off, unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed. Until next time.